I got through most of the difficult ones, is what I was trying to say. Yeah. Jacob's got a new PB on this track, and someone very kindly recorded it for him. If you want to go watch that video. I hope the music was what you wanted as well. I just like saw a loud bit, and I'm just like, I'll push this to here and see if that works. But I didn't do any balancing or anything. It was like 2 in the morning when I did that. Bradley, what's your Nintendo Switch code? Music worked fine. Not perfect, just fine. Okay, I see how it is. But yeah, I've been testing out something new recently on some of the settings. And yeah, it looked pretty good. Like, majority of the video that I gave Jacob was just from console, like straight from the capture card. The only thing I really did was reprocess the footage to 2K and then do a little bit of color correction later, but didn't really need it. I don't know which video you went with, Jacob, the first or the second one, but like I look back at it and I'm just like, huh. I like how Jacob has Bradley's Switch FCs. Okay. God, okay. Why are you in the way? That's the problem with these cloths, is that sometimes they are in the way as well. Although weirdly I couldn't open both on my computer at once, so it was difficult to compare them simultaneously. Just use 2 different media players. Although it depends on which media player you have. Like, on Windows I think you can have standard and legacy, which don't like add any coloration to it. I've got VLC media player as well. Mine just scratched my teeth together. I don't know if you heard that. That didn't hurt, but it felt very like, ugh. God. What was I saying? Yeah, you can use VLC as well, but VLC colors the video. Not that I mind that. Oink. Yeah. I'm not expecting LPB today, but I barely ever do, to be perfectly honest. But otherwise, I've had a good day. So, again, as I was saying earlier, I was doing some music again earlier. And I can't honestly remember the last time I sat down and was, like, actively working on anything music related. I think I did actually record a loop just a couple of months ago. In, like, June or July. But it was really shit. And as quickly as it came about, it went, and I just really didn't like it that much. So I would say I actually kind of... It's actually been a bit longer since I've done anything music related, where I just like picked up the guitar and jammed out for a bit and just thought of ideas. Every now and then, depending on what Emma sends me, I will jam to some of her stuff, but... Yeah, it's just, I think the specific idea that I've been working on, I won't share it unless I PB. I will share it then. I'll fully flesh it out in some sort of arrangement. But this idea was like the last one I really, really had fun with. Briefly have a passing thought when you sent me that earlier, by the way. I like how you just copy and paste it. The message is sent twice, but one has BT at the end and the other has by the way at the end. What was your passing thought? Yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. It's gone now. Oh, Jesus, that was terrible. All things considered, that's a really good first lap to have after not playing for ages. Bad beginning of second lap. I just subscribed to you on YouTube. Oh, that's to Bradley. Okay. Is Bradley even here anymore? Yeah, so apparently if you click up on your keyboard, you can copy and paste the message now like this. I think that's been like that for ages. Bradley's not here. Oh, never mind. Quick, everybody. We can now talk about him behind his back. Oh, God, help me. I mean, that's another thing you could do, Jacob. You could try triple. Technically, if you had like mid-ish strong triples in your run that you have now, it would have beaten mine. In the words of Bradley, no. I would like to see if you could do it, though. I mean, it was actually because of you that I figured it out in the first place. Like... I remember when you did your, what was it? You did, you were doing runs of... I can't remember what category it was. I think it was the retro tracks. And I jokingly said, do triple mini turbo on MC3. And it was back when I think you still had the snowball as your microphone. So all your aggressive controller inputs were coming through loud and clear. And it was when you did the triple, you actually did it upon my request, but I was like, oh, I can hear what he's actually doing. I understand it now. Because beforehand I was just doing the drift. I wasn't like inputting the slips, so I was just doing the mini turbo. I'll show you what I was doing. Something like that. But I don't know how, like, hearing your controller just made it click and I was like, oh! So you're saying I'm the one who sent you down the negative mental spiral that is MC3? Oh, no, no, no. I did that by myself. It was me and possibly a couple of other factors from secondary school, but mostly me. Why is that like that? I also have an elastic band that holds my nunchuck in. And it's putting me off because it's sticking out at an angle. Stop it. There we go. Boink. Modified controller band. Hey, Sosis was the one that came up with it, or at least I saw in like Sosis's old Discord server. Sosis's. That's weird to say. You should do MC3 Bowser Bite, Jacob. That's what you should do next. I'm just trying to keep you playing the track. just like saying the first thing that comes to mind. You should get back into art and draw a memorial to MC3 on the wall, on your bedroom wall. Just like crayons. Back into art, yeah. You can put us in it as well. Just have me sat on a pipe in the corner with blood coming out of my hands. So I've been playing the track too much. Obviously we need a stage in the middle for apple cider vinegar shit to be performing on. You know what is interesting about this track? In Retro Rewind, the cart has the world record. I believe they like made it Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the mini turbos for the carts. I just don't know why in Deluxe they couldn't size the track properly. I seem to like hitting this pipe today. I don't think I've done anything else when I'm trying to get around this turn. I must be drifting it slightly late. There you go. Okay, that was a bit too harsh of a shift on the stick. There we go. Oh. Boink. Go to Las Vegas again in less than a month. Cool. I went to California. There was someone who literally drove out to Las Vegas to like catch a gig, and then came back the same night. Drove back. I think it was like a 3 hours both ways, so like a 6-hour round trip. Uh. 6 hours round trip is my house to yours, Sean. When are you performing? What? As in, like, when I'm doing a performance, you're gonna drive down so you can come to a gig. I mean, I'm not at a place that can offer me gigs anymore. I haven't been for the last 2 years. I only just managed to fiddle around with a loop, some music for fun. Okay, thanks. Kids crying. I don't understand. Have you been to Las Vegas before? Nope. The only 2 cities in America I've been to are LA and San Francisco. I still need to finish the USA vlog. My current kind of order of things that I'm doing, with MC3 being the side project for a PB, is all of Emma's editing that I have in the backlog, which is at most of 186 videos. We've got the USA vlog, and then I still haven't started Mario Wonder yet. But I feel like it's one of those things where as soon as I start it, I'm going to be like really like tied into it. But that in a way is why I haven't started it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. Oh, that's something that you do better than me, Jacob, as well, the intro. Well, actually, the intro of my PB, it's not very hard to beat. I don't seem to be very good at that. But that PB came, from what I remember, that PB came around at such an interesting time. I really want it gone. There you go. Never mind. Hi, Lewis. Lewis with an E. Attempt number 2. I don't know what attempt this is. You might as well just say attempt number and then an infinity sign. I'm pretty sure I restarted more than twice during reading your message alone. There. That was shit. I don't know why I drifted that really early there. And that was... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. My thumb slipped. I had a really weird ending. You know when you like play this game and you kind of have you don't have your thumb seated properly on the analog stick? You have to kind of like do the edge. That is basically how I had to do that ending. Pipes are the worst when you hit them by accident. But they're totally fine when you hit them on purpose. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, so sit tight. I seem to be favouring this one around the first turn, and that wasn't actually on purpose. It seemed very, very conveniently timed. Yeah. There's a reason why it's an emote. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Oh, God. Yeah. I need to kind of warm into this with the angles. Boink. Oh, God, okay. 2-7? Oh, dead on, Jesus. Thanks, Wii Remote! That was useful! I don't know what that was. So at least I found that amusing. Boink. Basically, yeah. A couple of weeks ago at work, there were a bunch of Wiimotes in the bin, or like by the bin in a box. And they actually looked relatively fine. They still have that like rubber shit on them. Like the jacket. And I was like, huh. Are they throwing these away? Like, there's literally a skip just outside that they probably went into. And I was like, if they're throwing them away, I could just take a look and see if they're actually any decent. Because they looked relatively untouched. So they would be really good to have just extra. But I forgot. I was like, I'll look at them at the end of the day. And then I just forgot. I never took them with me. So, rip Wiimotes. They are gone now. But never forgotten. Because I just remember them pointlessly to tell this story on stream. And it was actually just before I came back. Just before I went... I was about to say just before I came back from Berlin. You know, just before I officially came back to the UK, I took a short trip back to the UK to go to work. Then flew out to Berlin again and then came back. Ugh. Boink. Again. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Right. Yeah, that wasn't soft. Oh. Ow. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult to get used to. That was like a TAS mini turbo, but really bad. Oh, that was two. Oh, shit, ankle. Oh. Yeah, I don't seem to be enjoying that turn at the moment. Everything I've tried to do there so far has felt wrong. Oh god, what? Okay. Still a 0.1, but it was a weird ending that I chose to do there. Just trying to figure out why is this done that. Ah! Just PB so I can have cake. Wait, when was this a rule? Jacob, if I PB this stream, you can come down and we can make a cake on stream. Not the same stream, but just generally speaking. I still need to figure out how Emma's camera will be used to connect up to my capture card, if I can do that. Okay, deal. Cool. How long have I got left in this session? Like an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes maybe? Ah! That scared me. I drifted way too early there for some reason. Like, actually, like, it was a joke how early I drifted there. This is a 3. Cool. Pardon me. Boink. Even though that wasn't a boink. That was a in the dirt. That was me trying to mimic like scraping along dirt on the underneath of like a car or something. Boink again. That was annoying because that was probably one of the better beginnings and triples that I had so far today. I don't think I've beaten the ghost yet, but I was about to say, speaking of which, and then I just don't get a slip. My God, what was that? Jesus. Ah! My finger! Have you PB'd yet? No. I was closer than I was earlier. Because I'm actually playing. Have you PB'd yet though? That's the question. Ah, okay. Damn. PB'd in what? Well, you know I'm gonna say this track. But you can answer the question however you see fit. Have you PB'd in the amount of hours you've watched my stream for? I had a Lewis for a minute. That stream felt really strange. It didn't feel like I was holding down all the way. And yet I was right up against the wall. Boink. That wasn't a boink. I feel like my muscle memory is interrupting me here. I feel like it's doing stuff that I don't want to do just yet. Boink. Yeah, I was too far to the left. That was a weird shroom. I don't think I was holding all the way again, but that was what you would expect if you did that. Not like being near the wall, unless I timed it too late. But I could have sworn I was closer to the first one, and then the second. I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I'd have to look it back. Look it back. Look at. Oh God! Watch it back. That's all the way to the right there, jeez. Oh, that was closer than I wanted to be. But we're ahead of the ghost for now. It does that. Fuck, shit. Ah! God. Yeah, I need a sub lap for that to be a PB. That was not happening. Yeah. There's always like a point in time where you try and do it in a certain way and you just kind of feel that you're not going to make it. And that was that, basically, then. Oh, you fucking bastard! How fast was that lap gonna be? Jesus. I think that was really good from what I could tell from that driving. Triple might have been a bit odd, but I'm pretty sure I had a really solid shroom. Well, let me take a look back and see what that lap 1 was going to be. Let me take a... Well, I can't see what it was going to be, but, you know. I want to watch it. So this lap 1 isn't anything special. I had a really bad beginning. A really bad triple as well. Shroom was good though. I'm surprised I caught up there actually. Yeah, missed that mini turbo. Okay, so now go into that. That was clean for me. I think it was a bit late though, the mini turbo. That was also a bit late. Triple was alright though. The alignment was good. Hairpin was good. That shroom was good. I clipped a bit of the dirt there. That was good. And I think I had the right idea on the timing. It was just that then the pipe bullshitted me, basically. Okay. I might clip that and send it to Lewis later, see what he thinks. It would have been a 0.0, I think, roughly. I don't know if I was lucky enough to have that as a sub lap. Oh, I still haven't had a sub. But if I get it on lap 2, I can carry it over for lap 3. On my best splits. Bonk. Nice beginning. Cool. I do feel like my consistency has improved. I think that's purely because, as Lewis told me, to not restart as much on lap 1s. So I could get a 0.3, but then I would drive lap 2 still. Although I would actually hate it if somehow I did manage to PB with the 0.3 lap 1. It's not impossible. But I would rather it not happen. too early. Or maybe I made it more than I was expecting. It's a funny thing, I got lap 0.3 ahead of my RBC BKT on fucking Spear. How did you manage to do that? You made the glitch! Oh my god! Why is that? Boing. Right. Okay. Ooh, that hurt. Sorry, something just pinched me on my hand. Jeez, there we go. That put me off. Nope. Oh! Ah! My thumb didn't know what to do there. I flicked right and left. Still a 1 though. Yeah. I was catching up. Yeah. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the right angle. God, my driving's so shit. Nope. Boing. Nope. Do you have a Mario Kart Wii ISO I can steal? Is this for Dolphin? I mean, yeah. I can make you a custom one if you want to. If it'll save you the hassle of doing it yourself. In fact, I think I actually did that beforehand. I think I have made you a WBFS file in the past with like Delfino on it. So I just need to like open that up and then and just put the ghost in. That'll be useful. Can't do it now though, obviously. But I presume you want it for RBC. Shall I sneak in and the next place up, MC3? Put the ghost on there as well. What was that, 411? I think. No, there's someone else there. I know David's moved up, so he's not just above you now. Unreal is there, 441. But the 441 doesn't exist in ghost form. Mostly RBC, yeah. So it would be 411. That's the only ghost I can get to next. Give me your ghost to be okay. I'm expecting triple mini turbo though. Although my ghost is actually a really shit ghost to try and learn it from. Unless you learn against lap 3 specifically. I mean, that's what you could do. You could play double mini turbo up until lap 3, try and keep up with the ghost, and then have a save state going into lap 3, and then practice triple against that ghost. Have fun doing the ending though. It isn't actually a strong ending, from what I remember. The very last turn's quite good. I think I'm being just a tad too aggressive today. That's where the problem is. Come on. I don't know why I'm going over here. I guess we're doing Shroomless now then. Like a 9. Yeah. That was weird. Nope. Oh, I didn't pull that quick enough. That was weird. That was way too early. Oh my god, and it's still like got a chance of being a low two. That was mid. Yeah. No. I don't know why it let go of the angle there, but there we go. No. I'm not going in soft enough on a lot of these. I can't find the angle. No. I'm not getting in there. That was really difficult, that angle. I mean, to be honest, I think actually that was fine. It was just the angle that I gave myself, again, was quite rough. I am getting better at these lap 2 entrances. For 50. 48, okay. No. Right. Boink. I was a bit late there. Okay. I didn't let go of B. Yeah, I'm being a bit too harsh, I think, on a lot of the things I'm doing at the moment, which is why it's very difficult. But I can't help it at times. Ah. Okay. Boink. Oh god, that was terrible. Yeah, that's not anything interesting. I wish that pipe didn't exist. It's that one that's been the bane of my existence recently. For this session specifically. Although I feel like if I didn't hit that pipe, I would be all the way to the right and losing time on that turn anyways. It's a foul. Foul. I couldn't hold it together well enough lap 3. Unfortunately. And that's not even a top 5 now. I forgot actually. I need to reset my my license because I fucking copied Jacob's ghost on here. That's fine. Reset my license, reset my save. Boink. thumb slipped off the analog stick. Oh. Ooh. Oh, God help me. Dead. Hi, Lewis. Practicing Major Calculus 3. Is that what this stands for now? I did just get a finish of 416. It was kind of with Luke's ghost, like it was just there, but I basically drove badly because of nerves. How are you doing, by the way? I still haven't watched your run yet. Oh, no, I've seen the 0.1. I've seen the 192 because you've recorded a video of it. I haven't seen anything else that you've done recently. I think you screenshotted something. I spent all day yesterday trying to record Jacob's PB because I actually didn't, like, for whatever reason, one of my GCT like code loader things is not working, and I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working. I was trying to like use these like random programs and stuff to try and like backload it. Why did it take you so long? Yeah, it's because I haven't done it in a while. I haven't like recorded a Ghost live replay for like properly for like 2 years or so. But yeah, but also I took the time to kind of... that for some reason Revolution wasn't loading properly in my new setup on the Wii U. So I had to try and fix that. But in doing so, I figured out how to remove the blur. So I don't know if you know about the deflicker filter thing. I don't know if I like spoken to you about it or sent you a video on that. No. Basically, like, kind of hardwired into the main.dol. There's like sort of like a blur over the top of each game. I think it has something to do with the old CRTs, like not to damage them or something. I don't know exactly why it's there, but basically it makes the game look blurry. It's on the game currently as well, because you can't really remove it from CTGP unless, I guess, you ask Bean ever so nicely. It'll always be a thing here, but if you use USB loader or preloader, you can remove that filter, and so the Wii looks instantly sharper. I'll show you in a minute when I go out to my Wii U menu. Not Wii U menu, the Wii menu. It'll look significantly like more high quality because it's just got that blur removed. But I found out you can actually patch the main.dol if you go into the hex code and just like replace several numbers. You can just remove the blur. And obviously, because you can use a My Stuff folder to reload the main.dol. I figured out that you can do that. And then the other thing I found out, I just also found that I had conveniently made a Google Doc with all the codes that I use for live replay. I just had a Google Doc there, and I also found another code that then like does an extra remove blur from Mario Kart Wii. So I added that in as well, and yeah, basically, I recorded Jacob's PB, and that PB video, for the most part, all of the editing that you see, so the crop, the sharpness, and like the clean visual, that is all native on console. That's how it was for me. I did put it through like an upscale in Premiere and did a little bit of color correction, but for the most part, it's all console, and I'm really like astounded that that's like that, because like the game was developed like this. There's like so much that's a visual hindrance in how the game looks. It's remarkable. I don't know why they added it. Again, my guess is so that it like isn't too sharp for the TVs, like the old box TVs, but then again, I don't know how it would be. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with how Jacob's video turned out. It's very clean. Now I need to PB and then I need to just do it slightly better. Impressive, thanks. Oh god, there we go. Oh, I also did a bit of music today, for the first time in like 7 months. So I was messing around with that before stream, that's why I was half an hour late. I don't know why, I was just motivated to do that for a bit. Hold on, I'll read that in a minute. That makes sense. Back then, the television screen had relatively low quality, so they probably hard-coded it in to improve the quality of those screens. Yeah. Although, again, I don't know why the blur specifically would have made that better. The only way I can truly find out is if I get a CRT and like remove the blur and see if it looked any better. But I don't have one anywhere. And I don't want to buy one just to test that out. I created a little loop idea. I can send it to you on Discord if you want. I shared it with Jacob earlier. But there's an idea that I came up with. The last idea that I had, song idea, or little loop idea. That's how most of the songs start. They're just like chord progression loops with me jamming around on them. The last one that I've done and have recorded that actually was quite promising was from the 30th of July last year, and it's just been kind of sat there untouched. But while I was at Zoom, when I went to Germany, they had a bunch of 5-string basses, and in this specific idea, the bass line that I'd laid down, first of all, I don't have a bass, and second of all, I can't play bass for shit really, primarily because I don't have one. But I I had the song like copied to my tablet, so I listened to it for a bit, and then figured out how to play it on one of these 5-string basses. Shit, mind you, for compared to an actual bass player, but clean enough. And obviously, because I'm at Zoom, they have portable recorders. I could just record the bass line into that. So it was recorded into my manager's phone, and then I've had the video sitting around, just kind of waiting. And so today I was like, I suddenly have energy to look at this song, actually. Let me see. And so I picked out pieces of what I played and kind of mashed them together against the original track. And then I started, editing it for a little bit. So I changed the drums a little bit. As well. And, yeah. It was fun. I was enjoying it. I picked up the guitar and jammed along for a little bit as well. Although I didn't record anything new, I just picked it up and played. It was good. It's quite remarkable actually how that's now just an idea that's kind of come along, and that was technically, I can't remember actually playing guitar or doing any music in another country really. Like, I did try and take a guitar or buy a guitar when I was in Cyprus last, because I felt very musically inspired while I was over there to write some new stuff, but my parents didn't allow it. And, yeah. But it was good. It's cool that, like, I was in another country to record something. Jesus Christ, that was awful. Hi, Bint. How are you doing? And congrats again for your 117 that you got like 7 months ago. However long it's been. It's not been that long, I know. It was just the first number that came to mind. How are you doing? So I don't know if you're still on top of if you do anything with the leaderboards on Mario Kart Wii leaderboards, but UK David, I'm pretty sure he's the same David that's got Yoshi Falls. He improved his MC3 like a few months ago. So that is now 3rd UK, unless he's improved again and I just haven't picked it up on the database yet. But yeah, that's now like 3rd, and I think that means that Lee D93 is 10th European. That'll be in the European tops as well. But yeah, that's fine. Oh, never mind. You said you stepped down. Ah, it's fine. Yeah, I just don't know who to tell that that's there, because David has a habit of not submitting his times for some reason. So, but yeah, that's there. Oh, you can still submit it. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I finished the second one. Don't know. I don't. I stepped down from everything. Oh, are you not recording anymore either? That's interesting to know. I don't know if you've... Oh yeah, also Jacob, IDK_maniac, I'm pretty sure you've heard of him. He got 10th UK. May or may not have been influenced by me in that regard, but I recorded his run, and it was all... Most of like that quality that you can see in the video for his run was all native on my console. I was just telling Lewis about it actually. I managed to figure out how to make it look really crisp with a combination of just... I've hacked my Wii U now, so I have some visual enhancements on there and on the VWii side. Obviously a high-end capture card, and I've got the M Classic as well, but then... Because I now work... I don't remember the last time I've really spoken to you in this way. I now work as an editor, so I think you remember Emma, who I was working with for music. But basically to kind of follow along with the last like 3 years or so, the album project that we were working on fell apart, and I eventually left the studio that were supposedly assisting me with that about a year later. And then I was very, very fortunate enough actually that Emma managed to, because she's basically an influencer now. She hates the word, but she's basically like a big YouTuber, and out of sheer luck I've happened to worm my way into editing for her, so I work as her editor, and it's been really good actually, because she's been invited to things like, we went to NAMM at the beginning of this year, which is like a big event in California, and so that's the first time I've been to the US, and it was California. It was like over 10-hour flight there and everything, but it was cool. And then I was just in Germany a few weeks ago, so I don't know if you've heard of the audio company Zoom at all. Yeah, we were there to do some like stuff for them and test out some equipment. So good things, different things to what I was doing like in the lockdowns. I was writing my own music, and that doesn't seem to be happening anymore, but yeah, it is what it is. What have I missed here? Sorry, I rambled on for a bit there. I only record my own stuff, being like that for a while. Fair enough. I mean, I was in the same boat. I used to do some time trial recordings here and there, and now I only record my own stuff and occasionally Jacob's and anyone who wants it that asks, so it's more than understandable. Sometimes it's all you've got time for, or the motivation for. What's this? That's really zoomed in. Is that how it is? 17996. Very nice. That is really zoomed in. 986929. Damn. Well, if you can get one, I think the rest can start to flow afterwards. So I assume that was... Wait, no, was that the first sub or the second sub? Because you've got two. I assume that's the second one, the one you drove after. You don't record my old RPG back then from 10 years ago. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, what? That was my second sub. Oh, okay. So you got the... It's 991, isn't it? I know there's a 993. I think that's Logan. I'm trying to, like, remember the tops. But yeah. That's cool. I'm glad you managed to get that as well, because it's quite interesting to think back how, like, during the lockdowns, I was pioneering for basically the time that I have now. And we had a roughly around about a similar time. I know I was kind of down. I was like down talking a lot of shit back in the lockdowns as well. But I actually look back at it quite fondly. It was kind of cool that there was a lot of us playing at the same time. 098969. Rehop after the shrew. Oh, did you do a Lewis? You hopped the other way. It was nothing compared to a certain someone. Oh, yes. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that anymore. Yeah, it's just interesting how everything's progressed now. And to be perfectly honest, I feel like even how I'm currently playing and driving, like, I'm still very inconsistent, and my dyspraxia still holds me back in a lot of regards, but there's a lot of things that I can do a little bit. I feel a bit more consistent at the moment in comparison to how I did. Oh, you didn't bring your weed to school. I mean, that's good. It's good that you prioritize things. That Lewis is patented. Only by mentioning it, you owe me $5. Yeah. To the Lewis Corporation. Yeah, might I ask what you're doing now in school, if you don't mind me asking, Bint? Oh, actually, you literally just answered the question as I was about to ask it. You read my mind. It's more so I want to get a social life. I was at community college for 2 years and then a shitty school for 1 semester. Now I'm here where I'm having fun. I'm a public policy major. That's cool. And that's good as well, because again, like, if you're following what is most fun and you're clearly like prioritizing that, then that's really all you need. And I'm glad you had that. And we were mentioning earlier as well, primarily one of the reasons as to why I got really into playing this track was towards the end of when I was in secondary school. It wasn't really a good time. Like, my friendship group kind of disbanded and I didn't really have anything else better to do, and this was interesting and it felt like I was actually working towards something, to achieve something. And I somehow managed to stay like playing it on and off during college as well, when college was a massive upgrade to school. And then, to be perfectly honest, I think where I am now is not the same as college. Similar, but for mostly good reason. I'd say the only thing that is not a good reason anymore is that I don't feel like I'm creatively achieving much, so I'm not like working on my own music and stuff. But then if I try and sit down to do that at the moment, I get really frustrated with myself, except for today. I was mentioning earlier in stream, I actually did play a bit of music today, and that was like the first time in months that that's happened. But yeah, but it is good though. I'm working with one of my best friends who is also enjoying what they do, and I'm seeing their success. Editing for part of a really successful YouTube channel as well. It's kind of interesting, and I'm learning a lot from that too. That's quite interesting as well, because I remember watching YouTubers and people back in the day kind of talking about how like it's fun but it's a lot of work type thing, and it's never really one of those things that you take into consideration until you're actually doing it. It's remarkable. I only brought my Wii to the other school I was at for 1 semester because there was genuinely nothing to do there, and that's fair enough. I mean, that's well within your right to do so. So you've met people through Emma by being her editor. Yeah, basically. I've met, well, literally everyone that's currently on our team and within our influence. like in this work, because it's more than just one person. Obviously, it's a group. So, you know, I've met some of her friends. Our manager as well was her manager before he was mine too. And then some other people that have come on. We're now getting other editors because there's a ridiculous amount of videos that I can't really do all by myself. I think they're starting next month, so that's more people to work with. But I think the biggest one is when I get to go places. So obviously I went to the States earlier this year, and I think the most remarkable name out of the lot that we met there was Clint Eastwood's granddaughter. We were just having like an hour or two conversation with her because she's a drummer as well, and she knew Emma. And it's just wild to think that, because I've known Emma before all of this fame, and now there's like people who are like related to actual like famous people. Yeah, I mean, he's like a massive film star, isn't he? Clint Eastwood? Or was? Back in the day, I don't know what day. But yeah, it's remarkable as well because NAMM is so big with regards to musicians. The biggest name that goes there is Stevie Wonder. And I do kind of feel sorry for him because, obviously, because he's such like a big, a noteworthy name. When he's at NAMM, he gets swarmed by tons of people. Like, there was just literally a crowd, like a ball basically around him. He had to be escorted by like security guard, bodyguards, whatever, as he was going around, which seemed like a terrible way to go, because obviously like no one knows who I am while I'm there. I was just wandering around freely, minding my own business, checking out all the guitars and things, you know. But yeah, while we were recording stuff at one of the drum set stalls, he came round. So I was within a couple of feet of Stevie Wonder, which is also kind of cool. Oh, I've heard of him. It shows her, I assume, good character that she doesn't just leave you after she got famous. I say I assume because I don't know her. I mean, she has... The downside, obviously, is it keeps her preoccupied. So I think particularly this year, as she's doing more to... She's had more work to do, and obviously there's a more workload for me, obviously, having to do her editing as well. It's got to the point where we don't have anything that grounds seeing each other that often. So we went to America together at the beginning of the year. I went out for lunch with her sometime in April, and then we've just been to Germany, and that's like the only times we've seen each other in person this year. We've had a couple of Discord calls here and there, but otherwise she is just so busy that it's like you just can't really plan anything with her. And it did get to the point earlier, like a few months ago, where it did kind of put a bit of tension on the friendship side of things. I got frustrated, basically, that I was not able to spend as much time with her, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, this is one of those things, and I think it's particularly kind of strenuous when you go into a working relationship from a friendship. But we are still good friends, and she still cares quite deeply, I would say. Like, I nearly had a breakdown at the airport coming back from Berlin, and she was there to support, which is always nice. But it's kind of opened up the reason as to why I'm here again, in a way, because I needed to kind of break out of being too sort of like, I just don't want it to become too what's the word, don't want to center too much around working for her, so I need some time for myself again, and so MC3 is here. And in a weird way, after everything that's happened in like the last couple of years, this is not nearly as frustrating as I remember it being during the lockdowns. It does still get like bullshit from time to time, but you know, it is what it is. It's a game. It doesn't matter as much. So yeah. There you go. Sorry I just rambled that to you. But it has been good. Is there anything else? I did my first online friend meetup back in August. So I was talking about Maniac earlier, IDK_Maniac. I've met him in person before, but he and I arranged a meetup with, I guess, mostly a group of people from my streams. Yeah, exactly. It's my stream, do whatever. I mean, I think that was also part of the problem when I was doing it in lockdowns as well. The streams kind of got overrun by by people just kind of fucking around, and it was hard to concentrate on what I wanted to do. Like, I don't know if you were there for that one guy who kept asking me to play Uno just obnoxiously for the entire 2 or 3 hours that I streamed for. I literally just, like, I was saying, blatantly saying no, and I even timed them out a couple of times. But they kept asking me to play Uno because they briefly saw it on my, like, menu. You do not remember? Okay. Yeah. But yeah, basically after that, like, that stream genuinely, like, really stressed me out and upset me because I just wasn't able to focus. Like, I'm not really doing too well at playing the game at the moment, if I must be honest. I think it's primarily because I'm talking. But I feel like still in this stream, I've driven decently and had some pretty close runs to PB from time to time. Whereas just that stream was just constantly restarting and, like, not being able to focus on the thing that I was trying to do on stream. And then just to have a random person be like, hey, can you play this game that you didn't set out to stream? But I'm constantly asking you for it, so I deserve it to be rewarded to me, type thing. And it was just like, I'm pretty sure they ended up getting banned, but they did, like, message back in whispers and apologise for it. But that is eventually why I stopped streaming sessions in the lockdown, because it was just like, this isn't fun anymore. Why am I doing this to myself? Not a great thing if a random goober stresses you out, but he really should have just shed, yeah. Fortunately, though, I haven't had to deal with that again. It was just one of those things. You can't control everybody. I guess that's also why I'm kind of grateful I'm not famous in any capacity. Like, I'll take my, like, 3 viewers on stream and just chat with them. That's fine. When Emma does a stream on her Instagram, she has, like, nearly, like, 200 people watching or some shit. Actually absurd. I can't imagine streaming in front of that many people. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I did my first sort of online friend meetup in August. So we had IDK_Jacob. We had Broodlie as well, was there. The other Sean, so Asterix, and his girlfriend. My sibling Robin was there. And then one of my Twitch VIPs, Adventurer Will. We all headed up to Berlin. Yeah, we went to Berlin. That's where I want the next meetup to be because all the food is really cheap there. And it's a really clean city. But yeah, we went to Birmingham and played bowling. And then sat down in a hotel room and tried to play Mario Kart Wii off of this absolutely laggy beyond comparison TV. But it was fun. I'm happy that I'd done that. It's nice to kind of like finally push that gate out and see people that you've known for literally, I think in Jacob and Bradley's case, it's coming up to like 14 years. Maybe. I don't know, actually might not be that long. I'm over exaggerating there. I think it's like 12, coming up to 12. It'll be like 12 mid to late next year for Bradley. But yeah. There we go. That's my ramble. I apologise, I'm like distracting myself from the gameplay. But it's good to talk to you again, basically. That's the long story short. It's good to share. I have a lot to share. Also, hey, Ziza. Sorry I didn't greet you sooner. I hope you're still here and well. I'll actually be finishing up soon. I'm keeping an eye on the clock in the corner and I try and have a limit, a hard limit on like 2 hours now, just so that I don't like ruin my hands. I'm pretty sure I started doing that during the lockdown streams as well, but yeah. Boink, right. Let's bring home a quick PB. 2 minutes before the end. I don't know why I turned in there. It was annoying. Oh, I moved off of the angle. No, I was too far to the right there. Right. Couple more attempts. Right. No bake caking then. Hold on. Don't speak too soon. I could PB this run, never mind. What, does a shroomless PB count? Let's do that. Nah. Boink. You're just hungry. I mean, I haven't had dinner yet. Right, last go. I can feel I'm not holding the controller very well, so... But I did get close. Yeah, I told Jacob if I PB'd this stream, then he can drive down and we can make a cake together. Fuck you. Okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I tried, but I didn't fail. Well, I failed to PB, but you know what I mean. Right, I'll upload these ghosts, and then, Lewis, I will show you what I mean with the Wii menu. I mean, there's an ad break in progress anyway, so that's perfect. Right. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Right. I actually need to turn the light on. Give me a sec. Oh, yeah. So, I'll show you what I mean. So basically, you can kind of see on here, this is blurry. Hi Bradley. But now take a look at the Wii menu when I load into this. You see that alright? That's significantly sharper than it used to be. So much so actually that if I go over to here where all the blank channels are, I can see like TV static. I didn't even know like the static was there. I just thought that these were like lines, but I can actually see like the like static and everything on it. It's really interesting. Everything is blurry. I'm watching. You can't even tell. That's brilliant. I'll have to take a picture for you instead then. There you go. That's how sharp it is now. And that's like, it looks like I've just like increased the sharpen significantly on the capture card. And there is sharpen on the capture card, but like this is primarily because there was a blur on here previously and it's now just being removed. And it just looks so much cleaner. Oh yeah, so sharp. You playing it in what, like... Bradley just turns it down to 160p as well. Anyway, should I find someone to raid? I was hoping that Nat would be live, but she's not going to be live for another hour by the looks of things, so I'll just quickly check Discord while I was on the loo. Let's see. Who is here today in the Mario Kart Wii category? There's Chill Retro Rewind Worldwide, if anyone wants to play Retro Rewind. I mean, it's partly because of this. That's how I got to remove the blur, because I know it's like a default feature in Retro Rewind. Funky Scott's playing! Hold on. Funky Scott's playing Item Rain. I need a chance to raid him. He's helped me out, like, significantly with so many of my things. Okay, I'm gonna raid Funky Scott because he, like, a lot of the mods that I've done to the Wii U, specifically, have just been thanks to him. Also not thanks to him as well, because he didn't reveal how he did the loaders. The custom loaders. I had to kind of figure that out myself, but... yeah, that'll be good. So, guess we're going to wrap up here. Thank you everybody for tuning in and hanging out today. I appreciate it once again. And once again, I do not know when I'm going to be live. Like I said, or live again. Like I said, I have 186 videos to get through. With regards to editing for Emma, and I do not know how long that's going to take me. So I will be trying to stream MC3 on and off between doing that, and then hopefully after that's being done, I'll finally get the US vlog finished. But we'll see how things will work out. Anyway, I'm gonna raid Funky Scott. Do wish him the beck of luck. Beck? Do wish him Beck. Yeah, do wish him the best of luck with his item rain endeavours. That's, I believe, what he's playing at the moment. It looks good, thanks. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, let's raid Funky Scott. Just tell him that he's awesome, because he is. But anyways, I will try and stream at some point next week. I do not know when, but we'll find out. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you again when I next do so.